exercise. Let's write it together, the 5 precepts.
Some of the characters were bold. Something shows.
In a different place?
Yeah, was there a reason for bolding?
Was it in what we just went over?
No, that's a while back. I keep forgetting.
It's probably in the morning on the slides. I think that's because I used a font that is different from the regular font to use for diacritical marks.
So
That's why they look a little bit bigger or somewhat bold, but no distinct meaning for them.
Okay.
So here is learning 5 precepts. This is a writing exercise. We will try to write these to know how to really write. The 5 precepts are called, how do you say it in Pali now? Is it Pancha Sila or Pancha Sila? Pancha Sila. So, no macron, it's just like a veil. Can you still see this color?
Yeah.
Panchasila. 5 precepts. Pancha means 5. Sila means many things, but here precepts. Sila also means virtues. The first one is about abstaining. You can see it. Shall I change the pen to blue?
No, it's okay.
Okay. The first one is about abstaining from killing. Do you know the Pali of it? You see it on the board, on the screen. But let's write Panati. Nati. Pata. Panatipata. This is found in the Buddha's teaching, so they take 5 precepts from that. Veramani. Sikha. Padam. Samadhyami. Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhyami. Adinnadana, second one. Veramani. Sikkhapadam. Samadhyami. Kamesu. Michachara. Do they put it together? Yeah. Veramani. Sikkhapadam. Samadhiyami. Next one. Musavada. Veramani. Is it Sikkhapadam or Sikkhapadam? Sikkhapadam. Samadhiyami. A good Pali student will know what these characters really mean. Suramire. Majja. Pama. Da. Dhana. Veramani. Sikkhapadam. Samadhiyam. Now, if I highlight a certain word, can you tell me the case of it? You need the case chart in your hand. So if I say, I'll use the other book, much better. In Slack, we posted it way earlier. This, because the characters are much better in this, improved in here. See? Which one to use? This or this chart? So Sikkhapada, which case? Who said accusative? Yes, it is accusative. Sikkhapadam. Why is it accusative? You see that?
Object.
It is the object. You also see the M with a dot unsound, right? For those two reasons, you make a guess that it is accusative.
What does it mean?
Okay, good question. The precept. So what it really means is the path of training. So in other words, the precept. Let me give meanings of this. Veramani means abstaining. Samadhiyami means I observe. Panatipata means killing beings. Basically killing. I abstain, I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. Pana atipata, falling them dead, like kill them. Yeah. What is the case of Pana atipata? You see, there. How many potential cases can there be? About 3. So which one? So you say you abstain from something. So from is the ablative of separation, right? So then you use the ablative form for that.
Which one's the separation on there? In the chart?
In the chart is the 5th, I think it's the 5th one. Ablative.
Nice.
Ablative is also used in another place, as we saw. See, ablative of agent and ablative of instrument. And then the 5th one, ablative of separation. So whether it's an agent, instrument or separation, you use one of these 3. Depending on, like you use the knife to cut something, then it's an instrument that you use. So then you use the instrumental case. Right? If it is separation, like the fruit falling from a tree, then you use the ablative of separation form. But either way, whichever way you use, you know, when you look at the full sentence, it means it's from abstaining from something. You need to kind of look at the meanings of every single word to try to get the meaning. And cases, therefore, are very important from the beginning of your learning of Pali, without which you will get stuck somewhere. What I mean by this is that not knowing cases by heart, but just knowing where to look. So where will you look? You go to the green book, and in the very beginning, on pages, what pages is this? So please write down the page number so you know it. Especially, it's from page 4 onwards. Page 4, 5, 6.
Which book?
This one, the new Pali course. And of Guyer's book, you have it on page 5 again. So in the very beginning, for Pali students, we teach this. So you know where to look when you are stuck, when you are playing with the word. You go here, try to put it into the chart, and then you know, oh, it fits in that table, maybe this means this, or maybe this means that. Then you look at the rest of the word of that sentence, and then you are like, okay, this is the closest it can be. Okay, adinna dana. Which case is that?
Ablative.
Again, ablative. From stealing. So adinna means not given. Adana means taking. So there are meanings of these words, like 2 words combined. Adinna adana, taking what is not given. Basically what it means is stealing, right? It's not given to you, so you take it. Means you are stealing. So abstaining from that, veramani, abstaining from stealing. Or taking what is not given. Different people translate it in their way of translating. Sometimes they say what is not given, sometimes they say stealing in the short form. The rest is same. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. Okay? Yeah.
So
Sure.
the on Adina Dana,
This
it negates both of those? Dina and Dana?
Oh, so
Not
now you're
really.
looking at two separate words.
Uh,
So we need to look at it here. Adinna, Adana. You are here, right?
mhm.
When you look at it, this is what is negated. Then this N goes and joins with A here because you don't need another That's how when you use the language in spoken form, people easily omit this and then combine it with the next. So this becomes na, da, na. See, this N comes and this goes to that place, and the rest follows. Adinna, dana. This is a lesson that we will be learning also later about combinations, word combinations. Who's lost here? So I told you two words looking at this. What you see here is Adinna, dana. And then I said, break it into two, like Adinna, Adana. Adinna means what is not given, Adana is taking. Like Upadana, if you know some other Pali words.
A is not. The
Huh?
A by itself added to the front of Dina is not, right? A is not, is that right?
Yes, A means not. So Dinna means given, Adinna means not given. That's another observation. Thank you for that. You are going miles ahead of the game. I mean, these are simple things that you learn by observation. Adana is taken. So her question is about what happened to this It's negated. You can say this was negated and this was lengthened, which is also an appropriate way to say it. So you will see there are rules about each, we may not really go in there, but there are rules when you look at word combinations. It's because of this rule that this was combined this way. Well, when people speak, they don't look at the rule, they just say it. Right? Like the English word ain't. What is this? They say it's not proper English,
Yeah.
but it's a combination of something, right? You try to. So this is like that. This combinations. Like it isn't, it is not, or something, right?
Hamlet.
Aren't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hamlet.
Not.
Many meanings. So.
Hamlet.
The teachers used to say,
Ain't word. I'm not sure if I get
It
it.
is now, right? Right?
Yeah, they used to say ain't a word.
A word.
Ain't a word, I see. So to teach you, right, teach you that's not a word. Good. Alright. What is the case of this kamesu? So you see esu here, and then look for the place where it belongs. It is locative. Thank you. So you should, without looking at karma, you can say this is in something. Why? Because you found the esu. In karmas. In karmas. What is karma? Not karma. Or not karma either. Things that arouse your sensual pleasure. Karma here means things that arouse your sensual pleasure. So just say sensual pleasures. You don't need to have all these here. Sensual pleasures, karma. In sensual pleasures. Michachara. 2 words put together. Misconduct. Like sexual misconduct. That's the 3rd precept. So karma can mean also sexual misconduct. Abstaining from sexual misconduct, just like cheating your partner, things, in that category.
So, in this definition, sensual is strictly sexual, or is it other senses?
You can indulge, there are people who are sexuals, but that doesn't mean that they don't indulge in anything. They do indulge, like they may get addicted to, like,
Watching, hearing,
seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, physical sensations, so it's something like that.
So it's not
So
strictly
any of that, whatever is karma for that person. And then here, musavada. Musa means lies. Vada means telling lies. This 5th one is very tricky. I'll tell you why. So you have the 5 precepts in this thing that we gave this morning. Sura mere means intoxications. Should use a different thing. Madhya Pamadatthana. Oh, how do we break that word? Madhya is alcohol. So you also have a word called Majjhima Patipada, middle path in Buddhism. Majjhima Patipada. Let me write that down. Majjhima Patipada. Middle path, Patipada. So people look at this as middle path and say, it's okay to follow middle path when taking liquor. So that's when you haven't learned Pali. So they take a little bit of liquor and then they end up taking too much of liquor. There's no middle path teaching here. This is about alcohol. So it comes from the word madhyapana. Madhya becomes madhya here. Madhya is like a Prakrit Sanskriticized word. Anything that causes you heedless. Heedless is a negative word, right? Yeah. So pamada again, pamada is heedless. Pamada dhana means the place of heedlessness. Dhana. Dhana becomes uddhana here, place of heedlessness. Just giving you literal meanings of these words, but what it means is that intoxication, alcohol that puts you into place of heedlessness, that you lose your mindfulness when you take them, so you abstain from them. That's why in Islam they say don't pray under influence. So therefore many Muslim men abstain from taking alcohol because they have to pray 5 times a day. So there is no time of the day they can take alcohol, but some break it, unfortunately. It's a good rule. It's like in Arabic world, stealing, that doesn't happen. Your hand will be cut if you steal. They don't say 5 precepts daily, but they don't steal. That they leave their stores open and then go to pray. Nobody steals from their stores. They know it's cheating God. So they are very, very pious in that. But in Sri Lanka, they say 5 precepts every day. They break it. So we are reaching to the end of the day. Any questions about 5 precepts? Atipadana means
Atipat is one word.
you cut somebody's neck and they fall. Pana is prana, like beings, someone who is alive. Pana. So now, when you try to break these words down, you separate one word, for example, like pana, and then look in this dictionary. So let's try that. We may not do all that tonight. I'm sure you need a break. Pana. So you go here, say it's separately mentioned. Number 10. Pana, a living being, endowed with the breath, therefore it is a living being. So it's breathing. Anything that breathes. So why do we, ignore the rest of the words? Because that's about different usages and so different. You don't have to ignore them. You can look at them. Like apanaka means breathless here in this usage. Apanaka. Say up can give a negation, negative sense. So for vocabulary, do you want to try to read some words? Do a word quiz in the morning tomorrow? Maybe with 20 words?
Okay.
Okay, which 20 will you choose?
No, we get to pick.
I should ask that. Oh yeah, to pick? Yes, please do pick. I thought you said, are we going to get paid or something?
Oh, no.
So I said I should ask that. Alright, so yeah, please choose any 20. So you have this Slack PDF online. I'm not sure if everyone has access to Slack. Who doesn't have access to it?
I can't get it. He showed me once.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, for those who don't have access, the words are in the book.
Oh, I've got the book though. Center
Good.
of the book.
Good. So which 20 words do you want to choose? Do you want to go to the end of this book and find some? So let's go here.
Declension or meaning or pronunciation?
Yeah.
Well, at the end of book 1, you find certain words. I'll say on page 93. See here, this is what page? Yes, 93. See these words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, up to 30. Born. Do you want to pick from there, or do you want to go to the lesson reading and then pick the words from there? Maybe it's best we stick with the lesson, right? Sorry about that. It's see here, you have a set of words like manusa, hatta. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then on page 6 you have more. Mugga, Putta, Kumara, Vanija, Chora. So up to Chora. Right? Thief. How many? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So try up to meet the friend from page 5 and 6. Meet the friend. So what I will do is I will give the Pali word and you only need to give the English meaning of that. That's all. Another time I will give the English word, so you will give me the Pali word. This is just a basic, I will only give 10 out of this 20. I will not be giving all the 20. Is that okay? What is fair to you? Okay, since I am giving only 10 out of 20, well, let's say 14, okay? The first 14 on page 5. So I'll give only a 10 of those and you will give me the English meaning of those. But for you, for your own practice, go ahead and read the rest of the words and try to pronounce them correctly. So I may give like Purisa. Oh, there you have 16 words. Like if you add these two, Purisa, man, Buddha, the enlightened one, Manusa, human being, Dhamma, doctrine. So altogether you have 16. I will type this and then print and then give you a list of just 10 words and you will just give me the meaning of it. This is just an exercise for you to learn the vocabulary. And for tomorrow morning. So thank you for coming. See you tomorrow.